Honestly, it feels kind of rare for me or basically anyone to find someone in the Helluva Boss fandom who understands both sides of the story when it comes to the whole unresolved conflict with Stolas and Octavia, because I can understand both sides of the story because they both have a valid reason to feel certain ways. Because they're because they're both struggling with a lot of shit. They both have a lot of stuff going on in their lives at the moment. In fact, Stolas has always had a lot going on in his life. And so has Octavia. Octavia, however, is very lonely. She doesn't have anyone else to support her. And I'm pretty sure that's another reason why she was so mad at Stolas. And I think she was also mad at Stolas because, he almost got himself killed. He got involved with the whole Andrelphus stuff, and he nearly died. And I think that's another reason why she's so mad. Because he could have gotten himself killed. And she was lucky enough to step in at the time and save him. But also what's really messed up is that in the episode Mastermind, and during the song, Stolas was not even thinking about his daughter. He was willing to die for Blitz. And it was a worthy sacrifice of himself because he doesn't want Blitz to die. He thinks that he's the one, or... I don't even remember how the episode went. It's kind of like just... he's now going to be executed or something like that. But, obviously he didn't, but he thought at the time he was going to die, but he wasn't even thinking twice about Octavia. And I know that the show is trying to make Stolas be written in a way where he loves Octavia more than anything, but they don't really show that. And as for Octavia, we can definitely tell that she loves her dad more than anything. Like, she does. He's really the only family member or person or whatever, or anyone that she ever thinks about ever. Like, she's always thinking about her dad. She's always wondering where he is. She's always worrying about him. And knowing that he almost died, twice in, a 1-month period or something like that. I don't know, he almost died in court. Like, he was almost executed. And then, he almost died 1 episode later. Like, he's dealing with some serious near-death experiences. Also, I highly doubt Octavia knows shit about the whole Striker thing. That's really bad. Octavia should know about that. You might think, what? No, she shouldn't. But, she's 17. She needs to know about that. Oh, yeah, it'll make her worried? Yeah, it should make her worried. But, she had every right to be angry. She had every right to feel exactly how she could feel. Everyone deserves to have a right to feel however they want to feel. Everyone deserves that, regardless of who you are. But I think that everyone who watches that episode or who watched it should always resolve to their own conclusion, but it's not about who's in the right, who's at fault. Octavia is justified for being mad, but Stolas also has every right to feel really sad about the situation and feel really terrible for what he did to Octavia. He has the right to feel that way, but that doesn't mean he should blame Octavia or anything like that. I think Stolas should be held accountable for his actions, and I don't think any of us should put blame on him, because it feels like most people either are like, fuck yeah, Octavia, fuck you, Stolas, or they're the other way around. But it feels like in this way I am fuck yeah, Octavia, but I am also like fuck you, Stolas. But I'm also in a way of saying like I have regard for both of the characters. Like, Octavia doesn't have to forgive her dad, but whatever she does end up doing, I hope she's not forced to do it, and I hope she's happy. And the same thing goes for Stolas. I want him to, I think it would really help him if he was patient with his daughter and was patient with basically everything else, because, like, he has people who are there to support him, and it will get better. He just needs to adjust. I think an aspect of his character that could definitely be explored is, like, he probably feels very different being around imps, people who are very different from him. And now that he's part of a minority of the hierarchy, especially a minority considering he's a Goetia, or a former Goetia, an ex-royal, but also he's a different species, but still like an imp, like treated like an imp, the same treatment as an imp. But him feeling like a minority and him feeling different, I think that could be explored. Like, maybe he gets jealous of Moxie and Millie because they're in a healthy relationship. Maybe he gets jealous of Luna because she feels happy being surrounded by her dad and feeling happy and supported that her dad is still around with her, and jealous of Blitz because he's there for his daughter, he's there for the people he cares about, he has people who are there to support him. I think Stolas getting a chance to be jealous of Blitz would be really interesting, because we've seen Blitz be jealous of Stolas already. It's nothing new, but, like, what about Stolas being jealous of Blitz? Like, what's holding him back? Aside from the obvious, I lost my daughter and I'm still processing it. It could have also just been like, I'm very jealous because I can't be in a relationship with this man because I'm very jealous of his job, the relationship he has with his daughter. I'm jealous that he has supportive friends. Like, it could just be something like that. He's jealous. Yeah. I think certainly in season 3 there could be a lot of stuff that could be explored with Stolas. I think he is a very compelling character. He is a good character, but the way he's written, I'm not a big fan of. I think at one point he does need to, I think he's trying to take accountability, and I think we should see more of him being held responsible. But, like I've said before, accountability is never easy. It's not easy, especially if you're new to it, because, like, when you're never taught how to hold accountability as a kid, it's hard for you to learn as an adult. It really is. But it certainly is possible, because, of course, your parents can't teach you everything. But as for Octavia and Stolas, I hope that for both of them, the best is yet to come. If the worst is yet to come, that they're able to navigate through it, even if they're not navigating through it together. But who knows?